I just realized I'm pretty overweight and nothing seems to be budging. The weight, I mean, it's budging in bits. I'm literally a size 12, but I'm so heavy that, I've actually, it says I put on the scales, I put in actually 5 kilos more than what I was when I came here. And true enough, you do put on weight even if you're losing weight and losing your size. But the trouble with me is I'm still like really heavy, so I'm trying to like do something to get those pounds off me, because just straight exercise seems to be a slow progress. I mean, definitely a big improvement because my arms are so much smaller and I've got more of a flat waistline and I don't feel nearly as uncomfortable in clothes. I'm even like getting clothes that were only just fitting me, getting like slipping off my shoulder and things. So it's not like I'm not losing weight. I just could use a little bit of speed up and a little bit more weight loss. Like I really actually just need to improve my cardio so that I can actually lose the additional weight that I'm already carrying. So it's not that I needed to stop myself from putting on weight. I'm already doing stuff for that. I needed to actually help me shake off the weight that I've put on ages ago and I'm still carrying. So I'm trying to like improve my cardio a little bit, and I think, well, if I used to like literally an hour or two before I went to bed, I used to actually have a disco session, or even just doing this for like a couple of hours really helps to budge the weight off yourself, because I'd never been fitter, when I was doing that. And true enough, at my smallest weight, I was doing a bit of swimming, but I just think, well, I don't have a pool or anything, and I can't use a pool because of my skin, so I may as well like do additional dance moves. Um, like I said, it doesn't have to be serious dance, not ballet or anything. Just something to like just swing your arms from side to side and get your legs and body moving. And usually that shakes up a little bit of sweat, a little bit of a rush, and that usually gets some weight moving. So I think for an hour or two I have to do this above my current exercise program. So I literally, at the moment, I'm committed to like 30 minutes of exercise, plus 15 minutes of stretching. So it's not really a very thorough workout. Sometimes I extend it to 40 minutes, but usually around 30 minutes. So I haven't been able to find my stepper, which is in the garage somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's in one of the heavy bags, because it had to be in something that could keep a heavy object safe. But so no luck in doing 15 to 30 minutes of stepping twice a day until I find it. But that is another exercise which has budged my weight before. I've stayed a size 10 on doing that only, plus a little bit of 15-minute arm exercises once a day. So I've done that before. And that keeps me at a size 10, but like I said, I don't have my stepper right now, and I'm not going to splurge out and buy one when I need to buy some other things, like a couple of cupboards or something to go inside my big cupboard and use for storage. But yeah, I'm just trying to get a bit more exercise going. So yeah, like I said, probably doing something like this, for at least half an hour a day, maybe more like an hour. Like I said, I used to do it for up to 2 hours. My shortest period of time doing a disco dance was 20 minutes, and the longest was about 2 hours. So, and that really helps me shape up. So, like I said, I'm not needing to stop myself from putting on weight. I need to get myself losing a little bit of weight, because I'm quite fit right now. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight off my arms. My arms were literally bagging when I got here, and my neck is starting to improve its shape, and even my back. My back had this huge heaviness on my shoulders, and it's starting to look a little bit better. So, I'm not saying I'm thoroughly fit, but it's better. I've still got a way too big chest, bust line, and I've got still a big stomach. I know it's flattened quite a lot, because when I was, here, it was literally hanging around in a quite a deep curve. I looked pregnant, really. And at the moment, it's a more regular size, but it's still heavy. Like, if I do exercise, like lay on the floor and do a pelvis lift, I can feel like my legs are needing to use a bit of muscle to push up, because I've got so much weight on my front. So it's really weird that I can feel like this heavy feeling in my stomach, and I know that that's excess weight. So I'm literally gonna do this for of course I can either get my radio out or listen to music or on my Walkman or whatever. But I literally have to do this for like 30 minutes, and I don't have to just do that. I mean, I can be silly and stuff, but I just have to do that so that it gives me a little bit of more cardio, because otherwise, the workouts are great, but they don't necessarily help move the excess fat. They just make sure that I don't put on weight and that I start toning up. They don't necessarily give me an adrenaline boost to move the excess fat. I mean, sure enough, it's moving something in a little bit, but I want a little bit more of a burn, so that I know that that excess fat is going to burn up a little bit more. Because like I said, I was in the store a couple of days ago trying on a size 12 shirt, and it fit me, sure enough. I mean, it had plenty of room, but I look really heavy in my body, and that's still. So I've got all this additional excess fat. I mean, sure enough, I've turned myself, like when I first got here, I was a size 18. And then, and now I'm a size, literally a size 12 to 14. Sometimes the 12 fits and sometimes it doesn't, so I revert to a size 14 when it doesn't. But I'm getting more towards a size 12, and what I'm finding is I don't actually look fit at all. Which is really weird, because I used to, whenever I used to be a size 12, I looked fairly fit. And I just look very overweight still, and so I said, well, I've got to find a way to burn off that excess fat, because that's what I'm carrying. Excess fat that's settled and sitting there and needs a little bit more of adrenaline or a burn or whatever to get it off, because it is your excess fat. It's just what you've been put on ages ago, and you've been carrying ever since. And so I'm starting to just do this quiet regime. I don't need much space. I really only need 1 by 1 meter square. That's all you really need to be able to disco dance. You don't need a huge amount of weight, although it helps if you've got a bigger amount of room. But I only have literally my bedroom without bringing attention to myself. So I'm probably going to be doing that for around, well, at least half an hour a day, I think. And that should help me improve a little bit more, because I am finding that even though I'm getting towards a size 12, I still look very overweight, and so I'm I know how to get rid of that. I've got a disco dance. I mean, if I had my stepper, I mean, that usually keeps me well intact physically all over, except for my arms. I need to work them out still. But I don't. If I had my stepper, that usually trims me down all over and keeps me very fit. You know, I know a lot of people don't think that I'm fit at a size 10, but I actually am pretty fit. I don't have the little bones sticking out and giving me an extra trim waistline at a size 10, but I am pretty fit, and I mean, I've got a good body shape and stuff, and so, you know, doing the stepper usually keeps me around that size. It actually works really well to give you a bit of a cardio, much better than just regular exercises. So that's why I really love steppers. Whenever I'm at my fittest, I always have a stepper in hand, because they give you a great workout without you needing to bust yourself. What happens when I started using a stepper, I was very sick of the home aerobics that I had been doing for a few years, and so what I did was I went out, splurged on a stepper, just a little mini one that goes, you know, in a little corner of your room, and I started using it. And I was like, this is like a really good exercise, but when I use it, I just feel like I'm burning excess weight, and my pants, you know, gets bigger and bigger as my body shapes up and gets smaller and smaller and fitter. And I'm like, this is great. I only have to do it like half an hour twice a day, and I'm keeping myself a size which I would bust my butt out doing, you know, a home aerobic workout once or twice a day. So it's actually really good. It's like my favorite exercise because every time I use it, it really works. Like I just start, you know, stepping, and I zone out to exercise for half an hour, and then I keep doing it, and then eventually, like, I just feel like my clothes are just getting bigger and bigger, and that's that's what it's really like. Like, you don't have to think, you just have to zone out to your music and do the stepping, and you're like, and then you find yourself just getting smaller. So I thought that was so much better than the home aerobics, because home aerobics you have to like literally do the same exercises over and over again, and they're not the most effective. I mean, like I said, I have to do like at least 2 hours of home aerobics a day, 5 days a week, to get into the kind of shape which a stepper can get you in half an hour twice a day. So it's like 1 hour instead of 3 twice a day. And I literally do that 7 days a week, because it's just so easy. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It was literally just my morning exercise before I went off and had breakfast, and then before I went to bed, I'd do it for another half an hour. And so it was literally just a small amount of time, and all I was really doing was stepping while listening to music. So once I find my stepper, I'll probably be on easy street, but while I'm waiting to find it or buy one or get enough room to have one, because I already have the corner of my room hogged up with a couple of, I have swing steppers, and they don't work nearly as well as a regular stepper. Yeah, I have a couple of swing steppers in my room, but they're not really working to keep me fit. They never have. Ever since I bought one, they never have worked, which is really weird because you think it's almost the same thing, but it's not. The regular stepper actually works a lot better. So until I find my stepper, or buy a new one, I might have to just commit myself to half an hour worth of dance a day, like I said, and that should help me move something, because, you know, all I really need is that extra adrenaline boost to give me a little bit of extra weight loss. Like I said, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just like moving my arms a little bit, moving my legs side to side, maybe do a step front, step back, if you want, maybe a little bit of boogieing, any of these movements just generally help you to lose a little bit of weight. You just listen to, a few of your favorite songs, and then by the time like the third or fourth one is done, it's like you've done your workout. So that's literally what I do all the time. I just listen to a few favorite hits, and then after 4 or 5 playbacks of your favorite hits, you've done your workout. So it's easy like that. That's how I kind of time my workouts, because I do use a timer too if I want to be really pedantic, but I literally just say, oh, okay, I'm going to play a few hits, and I literally count like 4 or 5 hits, and then I'm like, that's my workout, So it's literally like that. Sometimes it'll last a lot longer, and if I like something new and I just love to listen to it over and over again, I'll play that one song like on repeat and be like, I'm not through with this, let's keep this going. And then of course I burn out the song in my ear, but like when I'm freshly interested in something, I have heightened interest, and I can just play over and over again for like quite a long time. but yeah, like I said, I have to do it just to feel like I'm doing something good enough, and maybe sometime soon I'll buy a new stepper or something, or find my old one. I have a perfectly good like $150 stepper somewhere. I just put it away when I was moving, and I have no idea where it is. It's like I also have a really great Scrabble and Monopoly set somewhere, and I have no idea where they are. So which is a shame, because I really sort of need it now, because we get sick of watching TV, and while I'm living with other people, it's fun to take out a board game and play a board game. Yeah, so but yeah, well, I'm almost done with my workout. How long's it been? Oh, yeah, it's been 17 minutes now, so may as well go. Like you said, that's all you need to do once a day, and that should give you enough to like get rid of a bit extra weight, because I'm literally carrying a quite heavy stomach and front. Like my whole shirt front's fairly heavy, and even my back's heavy, but it's really all over my front. Like I can feel it, so I'm trying to get a bit of that off. No urgent need. It's not like I need it by a deadline, but just generally I could use a bit more fitness so I don't look so bad. Because it does affect you professionally. Some people are trying to gather around me now and say, oh, you're really quite too obese and you're a problem, but I'm not so obese. Like you said, I'm around size 12 to 14. 12 fits me sometimes, 14 fits me sometimes, but I don't find any of those weights too big. But I do look big. Like, I do recognize that I still look overweight, even though I'm getting towards a size 12. And I'm like, oh, I'm freaking out. I'm like, shouldn't I be fit by now? Because I've always been fairly fit at a size 12. I've been like, got a fairly fit body, but I think I'm not really sure what's happened to me physically. I just know that I'm no longer looking fit as a size 12, so maybe there's, like, if I do move a bit of weight, so maybe that will make me look like a fit size 12, but I'll still be a size 12. But like, I'm not trying to get under a size 12, but if that happens, it's because, I'm burning down my stomach, literally. But I used to look like quite fit as at a size 12, and I had a lot of confidence. But at the moment, when I put on an article of clothing, I find that it fits, but my body looks way too large. So it's really weird how I don't look fit at all. And I'm literally like a size that I used to always be fairly confident and comfortable at being. So yeah, I'm gonna break myself once a day and a little bit of dance and see how that goes eventually. I did find my scales. I put them in my bag, so if I want to check, I know where they are. I was literally looking for my red money bank though, because I have a few people interested in it, and I have no idea. I know I put it in a safe spot, like it wasn't with the little pot plants that it had been previously. And I was like, I recognize the ceramic pot plants, but I can't find my little red money box. And I was like, oh well, I'll just have to look for it if it ever gets bought. Either that, or I can take it offline and sell other things in its place until I find it again, because I know it's quite popular. But yeah,